For this recipe, you'll need 1½ cups of whole wheat flour, 3/4 cups of sugar, a ½ teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a 1/3 cup of vegetable oil, 1 egg, slightly beaten, a 1/3 cup of non-fat milk, a ½ cup of unsweetened applesauce, and 2 cups of fresh or frozen blueberries. All right, everyone, welcome back to our second quarantine kitchen. And today we are going to be making some whole wheat blueberry muffins, which are a great choice to have in the morning, especially because you can make them on the weekend and then eat them all throughout the week. So before we get started, make sure you preheat your oven to 400 degrees and then let's get cooking. Alright, so this recipe makes for 12 muffins, and you want to start with a large mixing bowl, and we're going to add in all our dry ingredients. So we'll start with our 1½ cups of whole wheat flour, and then we want 3/4 cups of sugar. Next we want a ½ teaspoon of salt, and then 2 teaspoons of baking powder. All right, so those are all of our dry ingredients. And then we can mix them all up. All right, so now we're going to mix our wet ingredients. So I already have an egg lightly beaten in this bowl. And so I'm just gonna add my other wet ingredients to this bowl. Next is gonna be a 1/3 cup of canola oil. And we're also going to need a 1/3 cup of non-fat milk. And a ½ cup of applesauce. Alright, add that in. So now we're going to want to whisk this all together. So now we can add it back into our dry ingredients. So then, once it's all mixed up, we can add in our 2 cups of fresh blueberries. And then for this one, we're going to want to really gently kind of mix them all together. All right, so once our batter is all nice and mixed up, just like that, we can take out our muffin tin and begin to fill them in. And you want them to be about 3/4 full because they will rise once they bake a little bit. So then they're ready to go in the oven. All right, and now that I have them all in my pans and they're evenly distributed throughout, I'm going to put them in the oven and they should cook for about 20 minutes. All right, so my timer just went off, so I'm going to turn off my oven and pull out my muffins. Yeah, so we'll know they're done because they have a nice kind of golden brown tint to them. Those look so yummy. And then another thing we can do to check them is to grab like a toothpick and poke it, and then you want to make sure it comes out clean so there isn't any gooey batter left still in the middle. So that's a good way to check as well. And then yeah, just let them cool off for a little bit and enjoy them. All right, everyone, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed the content in the quarantine kitchen.